माता की जय, भारत माता की जय, भारत माता की जय, कलका माता की जय, कलका माता की जय, कलका माता की जय.
India declares self-reliance in naval shipbuilding. In a significant milestone for India's maritime ambitions, the nation has officially declared self-reliance in naval shipbuilding. The announcement comes as the Indian Navy and domestic shipyards achieved remarkable progress in indigenization, with nearly all frontline warships now designed and constructed within the country. Over the past 2 decades, India has steadily built capabilities to design, develop, and deliver complex vessels such as aircraft carriers, destroyers, frigates, corvettes, and submarines. Today, more than 130 warships have been indigenously built, while 60 others are currently under construction across major shipyards, including Mazagon Dock Shipbuilders Limited, Garden Reach Shipbuilders and Engineers, Goa Shipyard, Cochin Shipyard, and Hindustan Shipyard. This achievement aligns with the government's broader Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative, which seeks to reduce dependency on foreign defense imports and strengthen India's position as a global defense hub. Officials noted that over 80% of the equipment and technology used in naval shipbuilding is now sourced domestically, ranging from propulsion systems and sensors to advanced weapon platforms. The Navy's indigenous aircraft carrier INS Vikrant, commissioned in 2022, has become the flagship symbol of this transformation. Similarly, the ongoing Project 15B destroyers, Project 17A frigates, and indigenous submarines underline India's growing expertise in cutting-edge naval technology. Defense experts believe this milestone not only boosts India's strategic autonomy, but also provides a major push to the domestic defense manufacturing ecosystem, generating employment, promoting innovation, and opening export opportunities. With hostile maritime challenges and growing Indo-Pacific competition, India's self-reliant shipbuilding capacity is expected to play a vital role in safeguarding national interests and enhancing its role as a net security provider in the region.
India tests indigenous high-power laser air defense system. In a major stride towards futuristic warfare capabilities, India has successfully tested its indigenously developed high-power laser air defense system, marking a significant advancement in the country's defense technology. The system, designed to neutralize hostile aerial threats such as drones, missiles, and aircraft, uses directed energy beams to destroy or disable targets with pinpoint accuracy, eliminating the need for conventional ammunition. Defense sources revealed that the tests were carried out at a classified location under the Defense Research and Development Organization, DRDO. The laser system demonstrated its ability to track and neutralize multiple fast-moving aerial targets within seconds, showcasing its potential as a game-changer in modern battlefield scenarios. Unlike traditional air defense weapons, the laser-based system offers a cost-effective solution as it requires only electrical power to operate, with no expenditure on missiles or shells. Officials highlighted that the indigenous system aligns with the government's Atmanirbhar Bharat vision, reducing dependence on imported high-end defense technology. With nations like the United States, China, and Israel already investing heavily in directed energy weapons, India's breakthrough test places it among a select group of countries mastering this next-generation defense domain. Experts believe the operational deployment of such systems will bolster India's layered air defense network, particularly in countering the growing threat of armed drones and precision-guided munitions. While the technology is still undergoing trials and refinement, the successful demonstration indicates that India is steadily preparing to field laser weapons in real combat scenarios in the near future. Defense analysts have hailed the achievement as a milestone that not only strengthens India's strategic deterrence, but also signals the country's growing prowess in indigenous, cutting-edge military innovation. India-US 2+2 dialogue builds defense, energy, and trade ties. The fifth edition of the India-US 2+2 Ministerial Dialogue has reaffirmed the growing convergence between New Delhi and Washington in defense, energy security, and trade. Held against the backdrop of evolving global security challenges, the dialogue brought together India's External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar and Defense Minister Rajnath Singh with US Secretary of State Antony Blinken and Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin for high-level talks. A key highlight of the meeting was the renewed focus on defense cooperation. Both sides pledged to deepen collaboration in co-production and co-development of advanced defense technologies under the Initiative on Critical and Emerging Technologies (ICET). Discussions also centered on expanding joint military exercises, enhancing maritime domain awareness in the Indo-Pacific, and strengthening cooperation in cyber and space security. The leaders reiterated their commitment to ensuring a free, open, and rules-based Indo-Pacific, indirectly signaling concerns over China's assertive behavior in the region. Energy security formed another pillar of the dialogue. India and the US agreed to accelerate cooperation in clean and renewable energy, including green hydrogen and nuclear energy partnerships. The two nations also discussed expanding investments in resilient supply chains for critical minerals, which are vital for emerging technologies and electric mobility. On trade and economic ties, the ministers expressed satisfaction over record bilateral trade crossing $200 billion, while underlining the need to resolve outstanding market access issues. They also committed to further enhancing cooperation in digital trade, semiconductor manufacturing, and AI-driven innovation. The 2+2 dialogue has evolved into a crucial platform for strategic coordination between the world's largest democracies. With shared priorities spanning security, economy, and sustainable development, India and the US appear determined to transform their partnership into a defining force for regional and global stability in the decades ahead.
India nears $1 billion deal for Tejas fighter jet engines. India is moving closer to finalizing a nearly $1 billion deal with U.S. engine manufacturer General Electric to supply advanced F-414 engines for its indigenous light combat aircraft LCA Tejas Mark II program. According to defense officials, negotiations between New Delhi and Washington are in the final stages, and the agreement is expected to be signed within the current financial year. The deal marks a major boost to India's efforts towards defense indigenization and technological self-reliance under the Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative. The proposed contract will cover the production of over 100 engines that will power the upcoming Tejas Mark II jets, designed as a more powerful and versatile successor to the Tejas Mark 1A currently being inducted into the Indian Air Force IAF. The GE F-414 engines are expected to significantly enhance the fighter's thrust, payload capacity, and operational endurance, making it suitable for a broader range of missions. Importantly, the agreement will include provisions for technology transfer and licensed production in India, enabling Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, or HAL, to locally manufacture the engines in partnership with GE. This step is seen as a critical milestone in reducing India's dependence on foreign suppliers and establishing an indigenous ecosystem for advanced aviation technology. The Tejas Mark II, equipped with modern avionics, improved radar, and enhanced weapon systems, is projected to enter service later this decade. With the Indian Air Force planning to induct around 120 aircraft, the program is central to India's strategy of modernizing its fleet and phasing out older fighters such as the MiG-29 and Mirage 2000. The engine deal also reflects strengthening India-US defense ties, coming on the heels of the landmark 2023 agreement during Prime Minister Narendra Modi's US visit, which paved the way for joint production of critical defense technologies. Once finalized, the contract will be one of the largest defense manufacturing collaborations between the two nations, further reinforcing India's position as a key player in the global defense sector.
India selling defense hardware following Operation Sindoor. India's growing defense industry has taken a new turn following the successful conclusion of Operation Sindoor, a high-profile military exercise that showcased the country's indigenously developed weapon systems and platforms. The operation, conducted earlier this year, not only reinforced India's operational readiness, but also served as a live demonstration of its expanding defense production capabilities. Buoyed by its success, New Delhi is now stepping up efforts to market and export advanced military hardware to friendly foreign nations. defense officials revealed that several countries from Southeast Asia, Africa, and Latin America have expressed keen interest in purchasing systems that were effectively deployed during the operation, including artillery guns, drones, armored vehicles, radar systems, and naval platforms. India's defense export drive aligns with Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative, which emphasizes self-reliance and global competitiveness. In the last 5 years, India's defense exports have grown nearly six-fold, crossing the 21,000 crore mark in FY 2023-24. Operation Sindoor, analysts say, provided a unique live catalogue of India's capabilities, significantly enhancing confidence among prospective buyers. Key players like Hindustan Aeronautics Limited (HAL), Bharat Electronics Limited (BEL), and private sector firms are now actively engaging with delegations from Vietnam, the Philippines, the UAE, Brazil, and several African nations. Discussions reportedly cover sales of the Akash missile system, BrahMos supersonic cruise missiles in joint ventures, electronic warfare suits, and UAV technologies. Experts believe that India's strategy of coupling operational demonstration with export promotion could be a game changer. By leveraging its battlefield-tested equipment, India aims not just to reduce dependency on imports, but also to emerge as a net exporter of defense hardware, thereby reshaping its global strategic and economic footprint.